So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. As I said, we would be starting a Python series. So this is the first video of our Python series. In this series, I would be teaching you Python from scratch to advanced. So yeah, this is the first video of it. This is a pretty basic introductory video. So let's get started with it already. It would be a short video of introduction of how to install Python, what is Python, the basic syntax of Python, and what all you can do with it. So yeah, this would be a pretty short video. You would get to know a lot of things of how to use Python and what you expect from this video. So yeah, let's get started. So a lot of you might have a question of what is Python. So Python is a popular programming language which was created in which was released in 1991. So yeah, let's start with it. Python is used for web development, server side. So basically Python is the substitute for JavaScript, if you ask me. Like server side, JavaScripts run in server side, and Python also does the same thing. And there are more uses of Python, that is software development, mathematics, and system scripting. So basically, what is system scripting, you might ask? So system scripting used to manipulate, customize, and automate the facilities of an existing system. Like if you want to upgrade something, or if you want to bring more changes in the already technology that you have, so Python is used, or I must say Python is being used to do that. So the second question that might arise in your mind is, so what can Python do? Python can be used on a server to create web applications, as I already said, and then Python can be used alongside server to software to create workflows. And the next use of Python is Python can connect to database systems. It can also read and modify files. If you have like any other language like C, C++, it can do all these file handling things. And then Python can be used to handle big data and perform complex mathematics. If you know the data science and everything, a lot of developers prefer, or data scientists prefer, Python over any other language because it is easier, it has a great syntax, and then it is easy to use. Just like English, it has its syntax, and then you can work with a lot of data and clean that data and perform multiple operations on that, like visualizing that. You can make graphs out of that data using Python. And there are many languages like R. Python is having a upper hand over R because it has multiple functionalities, and a lot of libraries are available in Python. And yeah, that's why it is really very popular amongst data scientists and other people. If you are into competitive programming, you will have a lot of libraries also in Python. And yeah, you can do that too. And development, so as I already said, it replaces JavaScript. It does not completely replaces JavaScript, but a lot of functionalities it has, so that it makes it really very easier for developers to use Python in the development thing. So next point that we have is Python can handle big data and perform complex mathematics. We have already seen that. Python can be used for rapid prototyping and production-ready software development, as I already said. It is really very easy to use, and it has a really very similar syntax to what we have in our English. So the next question might arise, why Python? So Python works on different platforms, Windows, Mac, Linux, Raspberry Pi, etc. If you are a person with a little bit knowledge of hardware or something, so you would know what Raspberry Pi is. If you don't know, so Raspberry Pi is a low cost credit card sized computer which can be easily attached to your monitors, TV screens, or keyboards, and you can use it, or the people of any age can use it as computer. It is really very effective. And yeah, let's move forward. The next point is Python has a simple syntax similar to English language, as I already said. Python has a syntax that allows developer to write programs with fewer lines than some other programming language. We would be seeing this with an example in the later part of this video only. So yeah, Python runs on an interpreter system, meaning that code can be executed as soon as it is written. This means that prototyping can be very quick. So we have been talking a lot about Python, but now the question might arise that how to install it, right? If you want that thing in your computer, you need to install that first. So the installation of Python is really very simple. You just need to go to your browser. I am opening the I'm opening Bing because I use Bing, and you just need to type Python, Python, python.org. You should go on their official website to download that, www.python.org. And yeah, in there you can go down, you can go you can scroll down and you can see the version you want to install. Like the latest version is uh, 3.10.11, so we would be installing that, downloading that. So here you can see we would be scrolling down, and then you would see here a lot of files that from where you can download, and we should download the 64-bit installer because my laptop's architecture is of 64-bit. So yeah, this is being installed. We'll wait till then. So my Python is being installed. I would open this file and start the installer so that it can install my Python. I have two options of upgrade now and in customize installation because I already have Python in my PC right now. So I would go for customized installation. You can check that. Then you should check all the boxes whenever it comes, and I'll check all the boxes here too, and then I'll click on install. So it is setting up. So the next thing you need to have in your computers is VS Code. I will type VS Code because it is an IDE where you would be writing your Python codes. It is the best IDE. According to me, it is the best IDE, and I prefer VS Code over any other IDE. So yeah, you should download VS Code or Sublime Text according to your convenience, or a lot of people use PyCharm for Python, but I prefer VS Code as I know because it has a lot of plugins and a lot of things you can do in VS Code. So yeah, there are a lot of things that you can do in VS Code that I prefer. So this is our code editing refined. Here you just need to click on download for Windows, and then this would start downloading. So our VS Code is being installed and our Python is also getting installed. You need to accept it. Next, you need to do next. Desktop icon, you can do anything. You should check all the boxes. Then next, and then click on install. I already have it, so I won't be doing that again. So this was all about how to install Python in your systems. So let's move on to the next thing, that is the basic syntax of Python. So let's write a basic program of hello world in Python, as everyone writes the first program of their lives as hello worlds. So yeah, well, let's open VS Code. So basically this is the interface that you see when you open VS Code. So you would get some extensions over here. So yeah, you can open a folder. I would open a folder. I would create new folder in for our Python thing. So yeah, on my desktop I have Python 0 to hero folder, which I have created for this uh, series, so that I can store all the projects in here, and I can provide them according to that to you. This this is how our VS Code looks. I would give you an overview of VS Code too. You can change the themes of like how you want to keep your VS Code. So I would be changing a theme, color theme. You can go and select color theme. You can change it to light, or you can change it to dark, uh, whichever the way is suitable for you. Like if I go for light high contrast, so you would see the theme, it would change. So this is the light high contrast theme. You can change that too. Here you can change it to another theme, let's say just sharp dark if you choose. So it would go like this, the themes would change. You can download more themes from the extension. So this is the extension icon. You can see that our VS Code might look a bit different, or you might have a less icons, but don't worry. I use VS Code a lot. That's why I have a lot many icons there. So you have to install Python over here too if you want. Like you can install Python plugins or anything that you want from this extension. So I have already installed Python extension pack, and a lot of things, Python environment and everything. So yeah, this was it. This is the terminal you can use. So this is the terminal of this app here. It acts like a command prompt that we have. So yeah, that's it. That was it for this. And now how to create a new file. So it is pretty easy that here you can see create new file and everything. But if a lot of files are already created and you want to create a new file when few files are already present, then you need to click on this option. Then a prompt appears where it asks you to write names. So yeah, we would write new.py, or we would write intro.py, intro.py. So for Python we use .py extension. For Python files, .py extension is been used. I will press enter, and yeah, this is our first Python file. So as I said, Python has a pretty basic syntax like English. So we would be printing hello world program first. So we just need to write print, then parenthesis and single inverted commas or double inverted commas, whatever you like. Then we would be using single inverted commas because we are printing a string. So yeah, so we would be writing our first sentence as hello, we are learning Python. So yeah, let's type that. We have written our first line, that is hello, we are learning Python. We'll save it with Control S. We have saved it. So let's run this. How you are going to run, here you have a run code symbol over here in VS Code. If you are not having that symbol, so what you can do is you can go to extensions and download Code Runner. So we'll write Code Runner, CODE. So you can see that you can install this library. Once you install that, and you would have that symbol, and yeah, you can run your codes from there. So this would get installed and you need to enable that, and after that you will have this symbol and you can just press it, and yeah, there you go. You have your first Python code, your first Python program of hello, we are learning Python printed. And this was the basic introduction of our first video of Python. So I hope you liked it. From next video we would be learning the basic variables and how to create them, and data types and conditional loops. So yeah, hope you would like it, and see you in the next video.